we're linked to USAID and to ATI. So we're right there. And just a quick one, while if you do happen to be in New York between the 25th and the 27th of June, and you're in the food industry, there's actually the summer fancy food show happening in New York. So there's a start for some of you. If you're there, make your way there to have a look at some events. We are running a little short on time, so I'm not going to take too long now. I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Mary Gounder. She's the trade specialist with ATI. Mary Gounder is currently serving as a trade specialist with USAID Africa Trade and Investment Program. And she's proactive and results-driven professional with over 18 years of international experience in logistics, shipping, and international trade facilitation. Her previous roles include sales, human resources, and key client management within the AP Moller Maersk Group, National Customer Service Manager at CMA CGM, and lecturer at the Durban University of Technology. Mary is a member of the Institute of Directors, fellow of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers, and a member of Trade Experts, an international network of women trade experts. She holds a Master of Commerce degree from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, a professional qualification from the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers, and is studying towards a doctorate in digital transformation. Throughout her career, her focus has been on providing supply chain solutions, improving value chains, implementing processes, and promoting gender equality in the international trade sector. So she will be speaking to us she'll be introducing the USAID African Trade and Investment Program to us. Please welcome Mary Gounder.
Thank you, Manuel. So I spent some time on your last webinar talking about the USAID Africa Trade and Investment Program, and I provided an overview of the program. So today I will just cover quickly the Prosper Africa Continental services. And under these services, we have subcontracted with the Foxfest Group to provide these AGOA webinars. Let me just... Okay, so today I'm just going to give a quick overview of the ATI program and then move to the Continental services and provide some information on the Prosper Africa Deal Room. ATI is the Africa Trade and Investment Program. It's a continent-wide program. So it spans East Africa, West Africa, Southern Africa, and North Africa. It is one of the biggest, or it is the biggest development program globally. And we focus on trade, increasing trade and investment to, from, and within the continent, and specifically our partnership with the US. Just to go over our continental services. So we have the first continental service is trade preferences. And under this, we have subcontractors like the African Trade Platform, who work on disseminating information on AGOA and GSP and helping firms to actually find ways to use the opportunities of AGOA. What we have found is across the continent, a lot of firms, as much as they've been working on the products, they're not aware of the benefits of exporting with the reduced duties or duty-free to the US. So they haven't been taking advantage of this and increasing their exports. So we have firms like ATP who are working with the firms and, on their platform as well with increasing exports to the US. Under our buy supplier continental services, we have subcontractors, and again, we do have ATP on this list, to find buyers in the US, because once you have that product ready and you've got your quality up to the right standard, and you've got your certifications, FDA approval, and so on. I think one of the main things is finding those buyers in the US who would actually be consistent buyers, who are verified buyers. So this has been such a huge challenge for the exporters on the continent, and that's where this continental service comes from. It's been a big ask from the firms, and we are hoping that our partners on this are able to find those buyers and help link up with the exporters. And this obviously would go back to you having, consistent exports, and forming those long-term relationships with these buyers. We also have digital trade, where we work with subcontractors and partners on expanding and upgrading their trade platforms. We have various partners that we are working with, and the main idea behind this is being able to have more buyers and sellers on their platform, as well as being able to, upgrade, the user friendliness of these platforms. So when firms register, I know ATP is working very hard on their platform. They'll be implementing a new deal room as well as a payment gateway that would be coming up. So there's a lot of work that's being done in the background, because we are looking for ways in which we can assist firms. Emmanuel mentioned, the Summer Fancy Food Show, right? Not everyone has the funds to actually go to the US. So by working with these platforms, you find ways to advertise on these platforms, to list your products, and, something as simple as taking a picture that is professional of your product is so important, because remember, as Margaret has mentioned, China has taken full advantage of AGOA, and there's a lot of other countries, including Pakistan and India. So you are competing with sellers across the globe for these buyers in the US. So it's very, very important that you are able to use these digital platforms, and starting there, and then move to the levels where you are going to the US and, speaking to buyers, or, using our buyer supplier program and finding buyers in that way. Our fourth continental service is the African Continental Free Trade Area. We have a number of partners who are working with the governments across the continent and the regional economic communities to research the AFCFTA and to provide training on how to use it and the benefits, to women and youth. So, it hasn't been fully implemented. So we are starting, with the regional economic communities, looking at how they can start implementing the AFCFTA. Prosper Africa has a deal room, which I'm sure will excite a lot of firms who are looking for investment. So the link is on the slide there for those who are looking for US investors. So I will put that on the chat, but this is just something that you can go onto the website, find more information, and fill out the form on the Prosper Africa website. Okay, so we do have a number of opportunities on the atiprogram.com website for subcontracting and grants. And we're looking forward to partnering with various firms across the continent. For instance, we have a grant opportunity for Southern African firms who want to export to the US using AGOA. We also have another grant opportunity under our Continental services, under our buyer supplier services for firms as well who also want to export to the US. So under our buyer supplier services, you're not restricted by the type of products that you export. So there are a number of opportunities that we have available with the funding from Prosper Africa, and we are very excited to share it, and we hope you do take advantage of it, as well as the AGOA information that has been shared.